Tochi wasn't the type of girl who liked to suffer for anything. She was just 22, living with her mother in a small room in Mushin, and every day she complained about her life. Before we continue, please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel for more captivating African stories. Tochi would look at people online, see their clothes, their phones, their trips, and she'd tell her mother, "Others are enjoying. Why must my own be different?" Mom and Kem would always warn her that rushing life never ends well, but Tochi didn't listen. She woke up early, went to work, came back tired, yet she still felt like life owed her more. Things got worse the day she saw her friend Bola with a completely new look. Fresh wig. New phone. Expensive slippers. Tochi almost dropped the carton she was carrying at work. Bola, who used to complain more than her, suddenly looked like someone who won lottery. Later that evening, Tochi pulled her aside. "How did you make all this money?" she asked. Bola tried to wave it off, but Tochi didn't stop. She kept pushing until Bola finally said, "There's someone that helps people. Someone who opens financial doors." Tochi's eyes widened immediately. The kind of help she has been waiting for. 2 days later, Bola took her to the outskirts of Ikorodu. They walked through a quiet area until they reached an old compound where they met Pa-Ade. The man looked calm, almost too calm, and his eyes stayed fixed on Tochi longer than she expected. He asked her why she wanted money. She smiled and said, "I'm tired of suffering." He nodded slowly and told her, "Your impatience will be your biggest problem." Pa-Ade didn't waste time. He told her she had 2 choices. The first was to grow her life slowly, through honest work, step by step. The second was to get money quickly, but she would need to prove she had the courage to handle it. Tochi already made up her mind. She pointed at the second option before he even finished talking. He told her exactly what she must do. Sleep alone in Old Apina graveyard for 1 night, with a calabash on her chest. Eyes closed till morning. No matter what she heard or felt. His only warning was simple. Never open your eyes until the cock crows. When Tochi got home, Mom and Kem looked at her as if she had seen something behind her. She asked her where she went. Tochi lied, saying she only visited Bola. For the rest of the evening, her mother kept talking to her, trying to convince her to stay in the house that night. Tochi nodded like she agreed, but once Mom and Kem slept, she quietly picked her bag and slipped out. By the time she reached Old Apina graveyard, Pa-Ade was waiting for her. He handed her a white cloth and the calabash. The place was quiet in a way she couldn't explain. No wind. No sound. Just silence. Tochi lay down slowly, placed the calabash on her chest, and shut her eyes. Her hands trembled, but she stayed still. It didn't take long for things to start happening. At first, she heard soft footsteps. Slow. Steady. Moving around her. Then something brushed her foot. She squeezed her eyes tighter. Not long after, she heard someone crying. The sound wasn't far. It felt like the person was sitting near her, weeping gently. She wrapped her arms around herself and tried not to breathe too loudly. More sound started coming. Children laughing. Something dragging across the ground. Then a soft whisper. "Toki." Her heart almost stopped. She felt a cold hand touch her ankle. She tried to control herself, but curiosity pushed her. Just for a second, she opened one eye. That 1 second was enough. She saw shapes sitting on top of the graves. Dark forms, still, watching her. And one tall figure was moving slowly toward her. Her entire body jerked. She shut her eyes again immediately, shaking from head to toe. Suddenly, the calabash on her chest started vibrating. At first gently, then stronger, as if something inside was trying to come out. The lid lifted slightly. Tochi pressed it down with both hands, swallowing a scream. Then she heard it. A deep voice, close to her ear. You opened your eyes. She felt something grip her wrist. Another hand held her shoulder. Voices started murmuring all around her. They wanted something from her. Something she didn't understand. At that same moment, Mom and Kem woke up from sleep shouting Tochi's name. She didn't stop to think. She ran out of the house barefoot, waking neighbors and calling for help. They followed her as she rushed straight toward Old Apina graveyard. Before they reached Tochi, her body had already started shaking on the ground. The calabash burst open with a loud crack. A dark shape rose above her. Mom and Kem ran straight to her daughter, grabbed her, and began calling on God. Her voice was loud, desperate, and filled with fear. The shape let out a harsh wail and disappeared. Tochi survived the night, but she didn't speak for several weeks. When she finally opened her mouth, her voice was faint, like someone who had traveled far and come back tired. Her left eye changed slightly, a reminder of what she tried to chase. She confessed everything to her mother. But when they returned to look for Pa Ade, he was gone. No trace. No sign. Nothing. In the end, Tochi learned one thing the hard way. Greed will take you farther than you want to go, and demand more than you can give. What do you think Tochi should have done? Share your thoughts in the comments section and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more.